Hi Aries, welcome to your mid-August love reading. This reading would be good for Aries Sun, Aries Rising, and Aries Venus because it's a love reading. My name is Amanda Pearl. I am also known as the Queer Psychic Queen, and I am here to do your reading, of course. So the overview of this reading, I really just felt like the last 2 weeks of August are just totally you, Aries, like stepping into a new perspective. I honestly feel, Aries, like there's been some sort of big change in your life, either during this period of time. I'm feeling really strongly that a lot of you are like having a big change in your life during the last 2 weeks of August. But there's been a big change in your life either recently or during this time, and it's caused you like it's not a bad change. It doesn't feel like it's just different, and it's caused you to like really rethink a lot of your perspective and ways that you like view yourself and relationships and the world. And it feels sort of like that's all coming together in the last 2 weeks of August. And to be honest, like subconsciously, either subconsciously or consciously, you've been like asking the universe for a long time for a change in perspective, to see something differently. And this is what I feel like. I feel like the change in perspective has affected your relationships, especially like your romantic relationships. I feel like this change in perspective that you had, it really has like pushed you to do more in your own life as far as like either starting a business or like furthering a business that you had on the back burner for a while, or like you were just having on hold for a while. Going back to school, doing something in your career. It just feels like the time. That's what your guys are saying. Like it just feels like the time for that. And because of all the changes, or like because of this big change that has happened recently or is happening, the dynamics in your current romantic or dating, I feel like some of you are dating seriously and some of you have like just met someone. They're changing, and change is always happening. And like the key, like the phrase of life, like the motto of the world is like change is hard, and change can be hard, but it doesn't have to be hard. So it just feels like, okay, so let's just get into the reading because I'll just jam forever. I pulled cards for how do you feel, how does the other person feel, and what is the outcome for your love life in August. I have to say, all really positive cards, no like super negative cards, so I really like that, obviously. So let's see what your guides and the cards have to say. For how you're feeling, I pulled the World card and the Give Your Relationship a Chance card. Now, the message was pretty clear with this one from your guides that, so the world is like your change in perspective. Like you're able to see things, even like bigger picture things, a lot more clearly now. And it's affected your current relationship because, or your current like feelings towards someone, because you honestly like don't know if you feel the way that you used to feel about this person. And you are so like open right now and like evolving that like you don't like, you can't tell, like you don't, this is how confusing it is like for you. Like you can't tell, you don't know, but it feels a little bit like this person could be holding you back. And you don't like to think of this person like that. Like you like to view things as like, how am I, like what can I do to change a situation? But there's nothing you can really do to change someone else's perspective. All you can really do is just change like your expectations of that person, and change what you're expecting them to do for you. Because it feels like you're pulling away a little bit just because you're investing more time in your own pursuits and your business and maybe school. And it seems like when you pull away, this person like moves in faster or moves in closer. So how does the other person feel? I pulled the Seven of Water and the Past Life Relationship card. The other person is like feeling like you are their soulmate. I am like honestly feeling like you don't know, or you know that they're not really your soulmate. But this other person like is feeling very strongly for you, and I do feel like it has to do with like you pulling back within the last few months I think you've just been going within more, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You've just been going within yourself more about, and that's like really what also fueled this change in perspective. You just like healing things, feeling things, and thinking about things that you hadn't in so long. And it just feels like, the other person, the more you pull back, the more they feel like, the stronger they feel about you almost. And it's causing like a little bit of a tension in your relationship, but I don't feel like anything huge happens in your relationship in the last 2 weeks of August. These are just like how everybody's feeling. I feel like you're wanting to branch out. They're like, no, I like this that we had. But it's not like coming to a head right now. So it doesn't feel like it's this major issue. It just feels like something that you definitely recognize. So what is the outcome of your love life for mid to late August 2019? I pulled the Four of Water and the Let Your Friends Help You card. The Four of Water is the Four of Cups. It's the card of dreaming big. It's the card of fantasies. It's the card of like dreaming of something fantastical in your mind and then making it. So what I feel like the outcome of your love life in the last half of August is that you like pursue the dream that you had. Like you pursue these ideas that you have in your business. And I'm even getting a little bit like your partner or person that you're dating, like when you tell them about these ideas, they're a little bit like, I don't know if that would work, and a little bit hesitant. And that also kind of like rubs you the wrong way. But I feel like you push forward. And then I have the Let Your Friends Help You. Aries, I feel like you don't reach out to your friends very much, but there might be some conversations that are tougher for you this month, and it might push you to like go hang out with them or go have a beer with your friends. And it feels like you finally also see like the value of hanging out with your friends. Like it feels like, I don't know, this is random, for like the past year or two, you've been feeling a little bit annoyed by your friends and things like that. Random. But it feels like you're finally seeing the value in like hanging out with them and having their perspective, not just like your partner or the person who's dating. It feels like you like to, or you not like to, you've been conditioned. So it just has been a habit for you to lean on one person, like your partner. But with like the fact that you have so much potential and so many ideas going forward, especially with this Four of Water, the Seven of Water, and this World card, it's like you have all these ideas, and like right now I just feel like you're like a boiling pot. Like you can't hold these ideas in anymore. And it has to do definitely like with your art, with your message, with your soul. And you just like, it's also like someone getting a promotion or just like moving up in their career, and it affects like the family dynamics basically. So I feel like you do like choose yourself over your relationship in this situation, and you don't really compromise on it, and you do pursue what you want to do, and it turns out really good for you. I see. It starts like a big path of like a lot of amazingness. So that feels really good. So that is your mid-month love reading, Aries. I love you guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you want to dive deep into your love life, my website is queerpsychicqueen.com. If you want to book a reading, if you have any questions, my email is queerpsychicqueen@gmail.com. Thank you guys, and have the best day.